Da sind wir wieder, meine Lieben. Und ich hole erstmal die Expedition gerade zurück. Tada. Und Scout-Ship ab dafür. Und ich habe die scheiß freaking Kerze endlich gefunden. Ich bin im Tempel nur die Treppe runtergegangen. Also man muss hier ständig so Kerzen anmachen. Die da. Oh, und die da. Muss man für dieses Portal anmachen. Ich habe ewig gesucht. Oh, Leute. Damit habe ich euch quasi das Schwierigste in diesem Dungeon gezeigt. Der ganze Dungeon folgt diesem System. Ich meine, es sei denn, es geht hier jetzt noch weiter. Es geht noch weiter. Oh, wieder so eine Feuertür. Yay! Geil! Noch mehr Kerzen zum Suchen. Geilomat, ey. So. Okay, jetzt brauchen wir noch welche. Also ihr seht ja, wieso, weshalb, warum. Die Hauptschwierigkeit in diesem Dungeon ist, diese Kerzen zu finden. Und damit diese Feuertüren freizuschalten. Eigentlich muss man nur die Augen offen halten. Aber mit diesen 12 Säulen war das gerade ganz schön gemein. So. Das haben wir jetzt aufbekommen. Das ist ja schön. Wieso sind wir jetzt wieder am Anfang? Das ist doch irgendwie der Rückweg, oder? Das ist ein schneller Rückweg. Ich habe irgendeine Kerze wieder übersehen. Okay, wo ist die Kerze? Ich gehe sie mal suchen. Ach, da. Okay. Oh, alles klar, alles klar. So, jetzt habe ich euch wirklich auch jeden Scheiß gezeigt, den man hier erfahren kann. Ah, wieder dieses...
A barrier. She's a Therian.
Ja. Kurzform.
Third time's the charm, hey kid?
Yeah. You're Medusa?
I am. And who might you be?
We're like you. We carry grudges against the Abbey. And Shepherd Artorias. It's gonna be okay. We came to get you out of here, Medusa.
There's no escape.
What? Please, don't give up. I can...
No, you don't understand. There's no escape for you. If you dare sully Shepherd Artorias' ideals and the light the Abbey shines upon the world,
God.
I will kill you all!
Ja, ist klar.
Why are you doing this?
She's the Abbey's lucky now. Way to jinx it, bro.
They just keep coming.
That snake woman keeps summoning them. If we don't go after her directly, there'll be no end to it.
Your left hand. Don't tell me you're the calamity.
Why are you doing this, Medusa? Why fight for the Abbey after they forced you to become a Therian?
Das sagt die
They
Richtige.
didn't. I became one of my own free will.
But your daughter, slain at an exorcist's hands. You must hate the Abbey for that, don't you?
Oh, I feel hate. Toward a world where demons spawn from the people's malevolence.
You know about malevolence?
The exorcist told me the truth. Diana turned into a demon because of the malevolence she radiated. I knew what I had to do. Become a Therian. and devour malevolence so that such a tragedy would never repeat itself. It matters not what dreadful form my body may take. I will revive Inominat
Wie
and
revive?
change
Ist er
this
tot?
wretched world.
Glaube ich ja eher nicht.
If that's how it is, fine. We'll take you by force.
Ach je.
We're going to end this. Your death will not be in vain.
This woman, she's just a grieving mother.
It doesn't matter. Crush them all.
War ein bisschen schwieriger.
It's over.
Curse you, Lord of Calamity.
Lord of
Kiefer war mir
Calamity.
wieder.
That's the name
Lieber.
of the demon lord who will bring about the age of chaos. The unrepentant embodiment of malevolence, whose blind pursuit of self-gratification will rain
wovon redet die?
destruction upon the world. The irredeemable, uncontrollable personification of human sins. An evil like you.
Demon, Therian, Lord of Calamity. Call me whatever you like. But if I'm the supposed Lord of Demons, then you're just a minion to be used as I please. Nothing more.
No, I refuse. What happened to my Diana was my fault. That's why I will fight you until my
ist ein bisschen
dying breath.
unlogisch.
Don't get in my way.
No! Enough mothers have died. I won't let you join them! Eleanor and Kamawana, they both lost their mothers too. It's a terrible thing.
Kamawana?
A little girl that the Abbey forcefully made into a Therian. Her mother tried to save her, but she failed. All she could do was to offer her own life
Das
to her
ist die
child's empty stomach.
Mutter. Die kommt doch daher bestimmt. Wetten?
Kamawana's been crying ever since.
Oder?
She
Ja.
misses her mother.
Wir wissen ja dieses nicht, aber...
If you die here, I can only imagine how sad that would make your Diana.
Diana.
You don't need me anymore, Mom. I get it. You love this new dad more than your own daughter!
No, honey. I did it for you. But you really thought I stopped loving you. And the malevolence made you into a demon. It's all my fault. I'm so sorry. Forgive me.
Ich verstehe die Alte nicht.
Medissa.
She'll be all right. She's just unconscious.
Let's grab her and haul her back.
I'll place her under a binding arc, just in case.
Gotta hand it to the Abbey. Very resourceful, taking advantage of Medissa's regrets like that. Making her into a Therian who would do their bidding.
It's just so cruel.
Who cares? Reason above all, no?
It's true. The way I feel goes against all reason. There's no telling what'll happen to Heliphys once we take Medissa out of here. And yet I'm doing exactly that, all on account of my own hang-ups. Even crushing Medissa's honest resolve.
According to reason, malevolence is the fault of the individual. You assume no responsibility or guilt for what happens to them.
I refuse to turn a blind eye to the consequences of my actions. I chose this path to seek the truth, not to deny it. If I'm to betray reason, then that is the very least I should do.
You're too much, you know that? You and Medissa both. Quit overthinking things. Just blame all the suffering on the Lord of Calamity. Makes life easier.
Velvet,
I'm not trying to cheer you up. I'm just saying it doesn't bother me. Whatever's coming, I can handle it.
Ab ins Bettchen.
So this is your
War ja
secret
so
hideout.
anstrengend.
Once I get free, he won't stand a chance. You all had better sleep with one eye open.
Look how worried I am.
Welcome back! That's Kamoana.
Das war mein Hund.
She's the same age as Diana. Did the Abbey really turn someone so young into a Therian?
Hallo, wie geht's? Nicht schön wieder. Jetzt nervt sie wenigstens auch die Tante.
Eleanor!
Medissa, please, would you be able to talk to her?
Is this a trick?
Kamoana may be a Therian, but deep down, she's still a normal little girl who misses her mother. I can't do anything to console her, no matter what I try. But if it were you...
Juhu. Da ist mein Hund.
You okay?
Okay, weiter. Fokus!
You can call me Medissa, all right? Do I scare you, honey?
A little, but not as much as Velvet and Dial. But don't you think I'm scary? I had a bad dream earlier. My mommy said I looked scary and that she didn't want me anymore.
Ey, Tante,
would
zieh dich mal ein
never.
bisschen an hier.
Your mother would
Mädel.
never think that about her daughter.
PH.
But how do you know?
Because I'm a mother too. Mothers always love their children, no matter what. No matter if we die. No matter how the world changes. There's nobody who loves you more in the world than...
It's okay. You don't have to cry.
Nein, das muss ich wirklich nicht. Was sie muss,
I
ist für
hope
ihre
Kamoana
Gestaltung
and
bedecken.
Medissa won't have to feel so lonely anymore.
Yeah, trying to stop the waterworks gets old fast.
Listen, if it's not too personal, was your mother,
She's dead. I lost her when I was even younger than you.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
It's fine. It just means we've got things in common. So no feeling sad and alone, okay?
Oh no, I'm fine. I don't feel lonely or anything, I swear.
What's gotten into you? You're so strange sometimes.
No, I'm not.
Eleanor, I'll have you watch over
Doch.
Kamoana and Medissa. Yes, of course. I'd be honored. Thank you. Are exorcists supposed to be so polite to a grand poobah of calamity or whatever? Sure, why not? Besides, the Demon Lord ought to not trouble herself over such trivialities.
Velvet, Grimoire's calling for you. She says to bring Laphicet and meet her at the observation tower.
Got it.
We better get going then.
Wir sehen uns da.
Hey, do you all have mothers?
Nee, wir sind aus dem Ei
Where'd that question
geschlüpft.
come from?
Well, after hearing that Velvet, Kamoana, and Eleanor all lost their parents, I just got curious.
My mother was a strict, frightening woman, but she died a long time ago.
I see.
I have no parents either. But the wicked witch who took me in said I was born from a peach that floated down the river.
Okay, fast.
Coming from you, I'd almost believe that.
And you, Eisen?
We Malakim are formed from untainted mana. Sometimes humans are reborn as Malakim, but they retain no memory of their previous lives. In other words, we don't have blood relations like humans do.
I see. By the time I was aware of anything around me, I was already tethered and being called number 2. I suppose having no mother means I don't have any memories before that. I told Medusa that losing a mother is painful, but I can't know how painful it is.
Go easy on him, Aizen. He's just a kid.
I'm just telling it like it is. But listen to me, Laphicet. You can share deep connections with other people, even if you don't have a biological family. Malakim too can form precious bonds, true friendships, even family.
That's right. Your words wouldn't have stopped Medusa if they weren't true in your heart.
You really think so?
I'm sure of it.
It's far better than being a witch born from a peach.
Nonsense! There's no nobler way to be born! I have an everlasting friendship with a dog, a monkey, a pheasant, and Bienfu.
I hope he's right.
Ich habe mich schon gewundert, wo Laphicet herkommt, dass sie einfach so ein Kind haben können, aber... Und dass sie so einfach mal easy peasy die als Werkzeuge benutzen können. Die sind also aus Mana geformt. Das ist sehr interessant. Das ist das erste Mal, dass man jetzt hier mal so eine Antwort bekommt, was die überhaupt sind.
You said that Malakim can have familial ties, but what makes you and your sister siblings if you're not related by blood?
Well, a very long time ago, I was born into this world from an Earth Pulse point up on a sacred mountain.
Ui.
I remained in that place for a long while, and then one day, she was born from the very same Earth Pulse point. Before we knew it, we had wound up living together under the same roof.
Are 2 Malakim always siblings if they come from the same Earth Pulse point?
No. The other Malakim were born there, but I never felt like they were my family. But something, I don't know what, was different with her. If she was sad, I'd feel sad. And if I was happy, she'd be happy too. She can be abrasive, but when she smiles, it's like nothing else. I swore to myself that whatever happened, I would protect her. I made a pendant from a stone on that sacred mountain, and gave it to her as a lucky charm. Of course, she just wears it as a necklace.
And your pendant? Did she give that to you?
She had the same idea I had. She made the pendant herself and gave it to me as a good luck charm. Without either of us having mentioned a word of it beforehand, we each gave each other pendants in the same shape on the very same day. That's when I really knew that what I had felt all along was true. We were brother and sister.
Is that her in the picture?
Yeah. It's a self-portrait she drew for me on the day I left home.
Did you draw her a picture of yourself?
No. I don't exactly have an artistic side.
Well, I'm sure that if you looked inside her pendant, you'd find a portrait of the person who matters most to her.
I hope so.
Yeah, and it would be nice if it was you.
Was geht ab? Hey, was geht ab?
Ah, there you...
Hi, teacher. Have you made progress deciphering the book?
I have indeed. It turns out there was a second counting song. I've already transcribed it. Would you read it aloud for us, child?
Okay. When the 8 malevolences overflow, in the culmination of mankind's despair, Enominat will bring an end to all peoples and restore them to time immemorial. 4 Empyreans shall wield a wrathful sword and cleave the great devourer, 2 asunder to sleep beneath the earth, as scarlet moonlight illuminates the evil. The nameless Empyrean hath 1 heart. The nameless Empyrean hath 1 body.
Oh, yet more delightful material to keep us awake at night.
If I'm understanding this right, it's discussing the specific nature of Enominat? That's what I believe, yes. When the 8 malevolences overflow in the culmination of mankind's despair, Innominat will bring an end to all peoples.
So, when the world is at peak malevolence, Innominat will use that power to bring an end to all. Is that it?
He's going to wipe out all of humanity?
Is that what the Abbey is after? Is that why they've been trying to bring back Innominat?
Ja, das wird ja auf keinen Fall
Artorias is
klappen.
not that kind of man.
Da das ein
His
Prequel
two
von einem anderen
primary
Spiel ist, wo es
ideals are the
Menschen noch
many
gibt.
over one, and the restoration of order through will and reason. He sacrificed Laufey to protect this world, not to eradicate it.
You mean
Yeah.
that's who he is as far as you know? Yeah. People change, Velvet.
Das passt
Maybe
aber
he
nicht
lost faith in
zusammen.
mankind. Fools prone to sin, endlessly generating malevolence.
He's not like that. If that's all true, then what point was there in Laufey's death?
Is there anything else in that book?
Yes and no. This copy itself is incomplete. There ought to be further pages, but they're missing. For now, I've done all I can.
There must be an original somewhere, right?
Without it, I doubt the Abbey would be plotting Innominat's revival. We can be sure they have complete understanding of their Empyrean's nature.
But this was the only copy in the royal villa. If the original is out there, who knows where it could be?
It's getting pretty late. Why don't we call it a day?
Yeah, let's get some rest.
Sag ich doch schon die ganze Zeit. Endlich. Endlich mal eine Pause hier. Schlafen. Ja dann. Boing.
Hey, Laufey, Medessa let me sleep in her bed last night. She's warm for a snake lady. That's great. She's gonna help me take a bath now. You should come join us too. What? I couldn't. It's okay. I don't mind at all.
Hey, Kamoana. Did you know? Dial started to grow a brand new tail.
Hab mich schon gefragt, wann er endlich nachwächst.
I wanna see.
He's up at the observation tower.
Let's go see. Medessa, you too.
All right. But don't run, or you'll trip.
Thanks, Eleanor. I appreciate it.
Having some girl trouble, my little Malik?
I'm just glad Kamoana and Medissa are starting to feel better.
Yeah, they both still have a long way to go, but it's such a relief to see them smiling.
We've got bigger things to worry about. Hurry up and locate the next Earth Pulse point.
Right. Okay.
Must you always be so blunt, Velvet?
I must, in fact. We're up against the Abbey here, and sooner or later they'll find this place.
That's true, but still.
Do we go find another hideout?
No, we'll keep on the offensive. We'll capture the remaining Therians before the Abbey finds us.
As a swordsman, I can respect that mindset.
I'm not so sure we could hold this place anyway.
And we've got no obligation to.
I found another Earth Pulse point.
Das
It's
wäre
in
aber
the
doof.
eastern part of Eastgand, I think.
But that's... All right. We're headed for Eastgand.
Then our first stop should be Port Taliesin.
Na denn.
Grimoire always looks like she never wants to do any work, but despite all her grumbling, when she starts a job, she gets it done. And she's frank, but she still takes care not to say anything to hurt anyone's feelings. I have to say, I like that in a woman. It's charming.
Well, sorry if I'm inconsiderate and charmless then.
I didn't mean it like that. You're all still so young and have led different lives. Can't fault you for being you.
Well, if you're saying we lack a certain air of maturity, I might not disagree.
That's for sure. It's true Lord Artorias has scolded my lack of composure at times.
Although I do get the impression that Grimoire has been dependable like that since she was young.
And it's a good impression at that. Old Grim's been that way since the day she was born. I hate to admit it, but her combination of insightful words and deadpan expression has charmed the hearts of many a Moloch. At her peak, she had a fan club 8,848 members strong, and her dinner shows would sell out the day the tickets went on sale. Malakim came by the droves to doze off listening to her live readings of
Wow! I had no idea she was so popular.
Yeah, she's even a regular feature in Who's Who Among Norman.
Now that I think about it, I could see how a person could interpret her lethargy as patience, and her vague dispassion as compared to her. I'm just...
Were you just trying to imitate her?
No, I didn't mean to.
Whether you meant to or not, that kind of felt like her just now. I can see it in you, waiting to be awakened. That sophisticated charm.
Me? Sophisticated and charming? I don't know.
Try talking like her. You know how she lets her sentences trail off. This is your make or break moment here.
All right. I think I know what you mean. Here goes nothing. Oh. What do you think, Laffy said?
It feels a little off, but you're definitely doing it. I think. Aw, you don't have to grow up, Madam Eleanor. You're cute just the way you are.
You stay out of this, Bienfu!
When mankind's despair reaches its pinnacle, Innominat shall reach out and bring an end to all.
So that song bothers you too?
No matter how many times I read it, I don't see any good in it.
Understanding that ancient tongue is difficult, right? Perhaps there's another interpretation? Maybe the end to all actually means an end to all human suffering, for example.
That is a possibility. But we're far too lacking in material to know anything for sure.
We need the other half of that book, or some other text on Innominat.
We don't have the time to search for it. Wouldn't even know where to start looking.
And don't forget that that book is just a copy. Whoever transcribed it might have made an error, too.
That's an unexpectedly sharp insight coming.
I'm an expert at... When Miss Magilu made me copy magic tomes for her, I did it pretty half-heartedly.
Didn't that cause a lot of problems?
Well, when she tried to cast a spell from one of the tomes, the spell exploded in her face. It's really her own fault, though. She told me to copy 100 books in 3 days! That's impossible! Oh, how cruel! Cruel is right! That witch is a real devil, I tell you!
Bienfu, let's go somewhere a little more private, shall we?
Miss Magilu!
Hush now. There's no need to worry. I'll make it a half-hearted punishment. Not that I really care, but who ended up winning the fishing competition when we were trying to catch a Therian?
Man, that was a while ago. I lost because I came away with nothing.
No, it was a draw. As I'm sure everyone remembers, we were competing over who would catch...
No, the loss is mine.
That's not just... In fact...
Hoog,
Yeah.
I can't believe I'm going to do this. Eisen, your curse would...
Das glaube ich auch nicht, das mache ich auch nicht.
That...
Well,
If you
Yeah.
didn't...
Hey, get... Once I realized...
Was it a sign
I wish...
that
You think I'm lying? Then...
a huge...
This island's really something. No way I'd want to go to prison here, but it'd make a great hideout. If I'm gonna be left in charge of this place, I'll turn it into the best hideout ever.
You're in charge?
Someone has to look after this place while you're all running around, maintaining the ships in the base, watching the Prince and Medusa, keeping Kamoana company. I'll keep this place running shipshape, so that you all can focus on looking for the Therians.
But those are just odd jobs anyone could do.
Da wächst aber
You're a
nichts Neues
navigator.
nach. Hier.
Isn't that a waste of your
Das
talents?
sieht immer noch
You
ziemlich
don't.
schlimm aus.
These are important tasks. Someone's gotta do it. We've got another navigator. But besides, ever since I lost my tail, my balance has been off. The seasickness is killing me.
That's your story and you're sticking to it? Tell the truth. You don't want to come because you're afraid you'll be hurt again.
No. That's not it at all.
This used to be the base of operations for a rich trading family. When trouble came knocking, they were ready for it, to say the least.
Wow. They must have had a lot of enemies.
But that was a long time ago. Nowadays, it's just another town in the middle of nowhere. But even so, to us, it was the big city of our dreams.
You know this area well.
I grew up near here. Keep on going, and you'll run into a ball. My home village.
Then, the Therian is...
Yeah, somewhere in my village.
Is that okay?
Das
No
denn?
one will know me there.
Ja, das war ja klar. Das hat sie ja vorher schon anklingen
Everyone I
lassen.
knew,
Also.
I already devoured.
Vergessen, dass wir die Bösen sind, die zwei? So, dann wisst ihr es jetzt wieder. So, das erste, was ich mache, ist auf diesen grünen Baum zusteuern.
Damn! I forgot today was the day Nico was coming.
That's too bad. I wish she'd just open up a shop here.
I heard she doesn't want to leave the village because she's waiting for...
Wenn die mir nicht dazwischen quatschen.
A ball's nothing but a ruin.
What? Well, you're a morbid young woman. Sure, the place was hit pretty bad by a demon a few years ago, but it's not like it's abandoned.
Many of the villagers were hurt, but thanks to Lord Artorius, nearly all of them survived in the end.
Was?
Can't be.
It certainly is. In fact, there's a girl from there, Nico, who comes here once a week to sell things.
Just yesterday, my husband sent medicine to the general store there and got some juicy prickleborn meat in return.
That can't be right. With my own hand,
Anscheinend kennt sie die.
Velvet?
Velvet said a ball was wiped off the map, but it sounds like someone's been coming from there with things to sell. Do you think a new group of settlers moved in?
Apparently that merchant Nico is someone Velvet knows.
She said something about Artorius having saved the village. Do you think it had something to do with the Earth Pulse point?
I can't say. We've heard too many conflicting things.
This feels wrong to me. Really, really wrong.
Das macht
We
mir
won't
jetzt
find the
Angst.
truth by wandering blindly in the dark.
Los, wir gehen dahin, wir gucken nach.
Then we'll
Ich will das
take
jetzt wissen. Haltet die Klappen, wir gehen nachgucken. Mann und Fresse.
That's what I'd like to know.
So, ab. Ja, sehr schön. Sehr schön.
That festival over in a ball sure was
Was?
fun, wasn't it? It sure was. What a cheerful and happy place.
Okay, was ist jetzt
And
wahr
the
und was
food
ist
was
nicht wahr?
amazing. I'd love to go back sometime.
We'll just have to go there and see for ourselves. Which way is your village?
It's far to the east, through the Morgana woods.
I wonder what Velvet's hometown is like.
A ball? I've heard about it from other sailors. They said it's a fairly plain place, and it's home to rustic, hospitable folk.
That sounds like any country village to me. I wonder if Velvet used to be rustic and hospitable.
Oh, you mean to say she's devious and rude now? Not at all.
Stimmt aber.
It's okay, you can admit it. It's pretty much the truth.
Well, I imagine she was a plain, hardworking girl.
You really
Call it a guess, really.
I bet she was a cheerful, loving sister.
Maybe so.
And now she's the Lord of Calamity.
Yeah, Lord of Calamity. Das gefällt mir.
This can't be. After what I did, when he killed Laffy.
Velvet, are you alright?
Of course I'm all right. I know I'm right. I'm sure of it. This isn't how the village should be.
Well, let's stay calm and investigate.
I am calm.
It didn't seem like that was someone else masquerading as this Nico girl.
But if she's the
Hab
real
ich mir
thing,
ja auch so gedacht,
then
ne?
something
Aber
very unnatural is going on. You get me, Rokuro?
Yeah, We better keep an eye out.
Sie ist ein Geist! Oh nein! So, erstmal diesen Tree da. So. Ich bin sehr gespannt, was uns jetzt hier erwartet. Und das sehen wir in der nächsten Folge. Bis dann!